M.Reck TV. Peace, peace. Y'all know the M.Reck room etiquette. Pound that like button. This is Heavy Gems. Salute to the Rack Mob. Salute to SJ. I got my brother Talib in the building. Talib, what's happening?
Peace and blessings, brother. All is magnanimously well, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
That's a
sir. So,
beautiful thing. So everybody, as soon as you come in, hit that like button so this live can be recommended to the people that's not in the room. All right. Appreciate that. The like button is free. And then from there, I'm gonna let the brother to live, you know, take the floor. You got it, my brother.
peace, brother. Well, to the Rec Mob, peace and blessings. May your day be serving you and continue to serve you always. I was thinking today we start with the Silva method. I was sharing a lot of the Sedona method. I thought we'd do the Silva method and give everybody a chance to have the 3-2-1 method programmed into you. And with the 3-2-1 method, you can use it to bring yourself into a state of relaxation. With the number 3, you can enter into a state of mental relaxation with number 2. And the basic playing field of the mind is number 1. And that can be used for a purpose, any purpose that you see fit. And I figured we'd start there. And also that would open the door maybe to people going into to research it themselves. It's a very prominent method and it's been around for a while. So here we go. So if you can just close your eyes. Oh, and I suggest before we get started, please, if you are in the process of doing anything that is requiring your full attention, please do not practice this with us. But if you are in a place where you're home or you're in a comfortable, safe environment, then I would ask for you, if you care to participate. So we begin with closing our eyes and taking a deep breath in and out. And with your eyes closed, you're going to take a deep breath in and mentally visualize the number 3 times as you repeat it to yourself. Taking a deep breath. 3, 3, 3. To program ourselves for level 3, we will go through a series of relaxations that will bring your body to complete relaxation. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and focus on your head, on your scalp, and relax your scalp. Feel the tingling sensation. Bring your attention and focus to your forehead and relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Tissues, muscles, and cells all relax. Relax your face. To help with relaxing your face, it helps to bring a gentle smile. Relax your jaw and your tongue. Relax your throat, inner muscles, cells, and tissues. Outer. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your chest. Relax your chest inward, lungs, heart, all muscles, tissues, and cells. Relax. Relax your abdominal. Inward, relax your stomach, your kidneys and liver, gallbladder, small intestines and large, all relax. Relax your thighs. Inward, bone, muscles, cells, tissues, all relax. Relax your knees. Relax your shins and your calves. Relax your feet and your toes. You are now at level 3 of the mind. Whenever you need to relax, all you will need to do is close your eyes or have them open. Mentally visualize the number 3 times while you repeat it to yourself. To enter level 2 of the mind, this is mental relaxation. To help this come about, call about and recall with 3D holographic imagery in your mind, relaxing sceneries such as waterfalls, beautiful forests, scenic beach. You have entered level 2 of the mind. Whenever you need to enter level 2, simply take a deep breath, and while mentally visualizing the number 2 3 times, repeat it to yourself. To enter level 1 of the mind, take a deep breath, and as you release, as you visualize, release, and repeat to yourself the number 1 3 times. Deep breath. 1, 1. You are now at level 1 of the mind. The basic playing field of the mind can be used for a purpose, any purpose. The difference between lame mentality and genius mentality is that a genius uses more of the mind in a special way. You are now learning to use your mind in a special way. For even deeper access of the mind, we will count from 10 to 1. And with each descending number, you will enter into a deeper level of the mind and relaxation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, going deeper, deeper, 5, 4, deeper and deeper into levels of the mind. 3, 2, 1. You are now at a deeper level of the mind. To bring you back, I will count from 1 to 5. When I reach the number 5, you will open your eyes, feeling refreshed, invigorated, as if you had a healthy, rejuvenating, comfortable night of sleep. 1, 2, 3, and when I count to 5, you will feel invigorated, alert, awake, aware, as if you had a wonderful, refreshing, invigorating sleep. 4, 5, and open your eyes. Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir.
Woo. Yes.
Yes,
But
sir.
that is the Silva method. So hey, give it a try one day. If you find yourself in a state where you're very tense, try it. Just take a deep breath and visualize the number three, and repeat it to yourself 3 times as you visualize it 3 times, and see if your body won't enter right back into that state you just programmed it for.
Pound that like button, y'all. How's everybody feeling out there? Salute to the rec mob. You feeling good? Um, Man, there's a lot going on. Uh,
I'm sorry, that brought a lot of relaxation to you. I can sort of hear it in your voice. Like is a very yeah. This is powerful though. If you when you want to take control of your mind though, right? Think about it. If you could just enter into this state whenever somebody's trying to get under your skin, wow, I don't think they would succeed.
yes, sir. It's a great exercise. Um, wow. Let me say this though. I know y'all heard about the whole Bank of America. A lot of missing money and many accounts. Um, we talked about it for a good while, but last week we touched on it. I've been talking about it for years. Um, SJ covered the story, so I'm definitely go into that because I know a lot of y'all probably was affected by that. I know a lot of y'all got Bank of America accounts. I seen a lot of people in the comments, you know, reacting to the news yesterday. So we're gonna go into the news clip, and then also Amazon laid off 18,000 employees. I want to say, what was it? Was it yesterday or the day before? But yeah, it's official. It's a lot. We're gonna cover a lot. You know, we're gonna definitely cover a lot, but at the same time, we're gonna touch on a lot of other things. So, uh,
Well, you're saying the Bank of okay, the
yeah,
Bank of America thing. I mean, if this is something that I mentioned to you before. It's starting now.
correct,
Okay, I told you this has already happened in China,
correct.
and that's not a secret now. Like, well, maybe it's still somewhat of something they're keeping very closed off, but this is all connected to the World Forum event that just went down, right? Okay, so everybody get ready because they're telling you that the next capital P is not going to be from a capital V, but it's going to be from a capital C. And what is that? Not what you're thinking. It is a cyber attack. Okay? It's a cyber attack that they're telling you that is coming, that's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, if these people are the ones telling you this, you need to take heed to that, because that's definitely something that they're going to make sure happens. And it's all very interesting because you still had planes that were in flights that have been canceled, right? Right, because on one end they're telling you that their radar systems were failing,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what they said though: it's outdated infrastructure, but we can't rule out a cyber attack. You see how that don't even make sense?
Correct.
Like, yeah, I'm, it's on and it's coming this way. So I honestly, I don't know what to tell you about how to defend yourself against a cyber attack. People are going to tell you get gold, do this, do that. I don't think it's going to happen like people. You see, they put movies out here to desensitize you, and that's why certain things are pumped in various forms of media. But it's the same story. It's to desensitize you to it. So notice for several years now we got heavily bombarded with two very particular topics when it came to film and television, and that was zombies and cyber attacks. So I don't think it's going to happen like anybody said. Listen, just if it's within their parameters of control to do, if they're doing it right, then there is definitely an intention behind what they're doing. I don't think they're going to send the whole world into complete darkness and disarray without a plan to bring it back online. And I don't think it's going to happen everywhere the way that they're trying to scare people into believing. You know, it is still a part of the tactic of keeping your awareness and focus in a particular direction. You know, but at the end of the day, you have to remember who's going to be doing the cyber attack. Some person. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. Have you ever heard of Chat GPT?
Yes, sir.
Do
Yes,
you
sir.
understand that artificial intelligence is open sourced right now? Who's doing the cyber attack? No. I you know, and a long time there's been talking about agenda. I think it was originally it was like Agenda 2030. Then they moved it to like Agenda 2025, and now it's Agenda 2023. Right? It's right there in the word. It's in the phrase. It's an agenda. There's definitely a rollout to this happening. There's definitely a plan for this to become a thing, right? And it's not like the movies are showing you, because the movies don't show you it's the government doing it. The movies show you that it's some terrorists doing it. And he doesn't really understand the power he's wielding, and that's why it sends the world into chaos. But that's not what's happening. So that's just, when you looking at what Bank of America is doing right now, because they're going to, wouldn't it be perfect? Wouldn't it be perfect? Wouldn't it be absolutely perfect if when the banks took everybody's money and they couldn't get it back, there was a cyber attack?
How convenient.
How convenient would that be? Oh, don't worry, because we had an AI working on universal healthcare, universal income for everyone. That's coming. You think it's not? Listen, I'm going to tell you, listen to me, people, please. This is not a scare. I'm not trying to scare anyone, and I always like to promote love, happiness, and peace, and that you are awareness, that you are the only thing that truly matters in your world. You are the center of your world, because you are the awareness in your world. Everyone else in your world is a mannequin, and you are putting the clothes on them, and they are playing a role in your awareness. As for the person, vice versa. We are all the hologram being pushed out, right? So I don't want to come with this terrible fear of the things that they want to come to pass. I am just sharing, though, these are the things that are infallibly here now. Okay? In California, they've already implemented a program. Now, it's not for everybody yet. This is supposed to test and see how it works. But we know once you put the system online, the system's online. You're not going to take it off. You see what I'm saying? So there's already universal basic income being given in California as a test. Okay, that's the same. Money missing from their accounts. Customers are furious. Go look up that in China. Go look up anybody just go look it up. That the Chinese people mad because they can't get their money out the bank. Go see what was happening over there. Lines of people, hundreds, thousands of people, because all the banks collapsed. Because they're using fractional banking. It was made to collapse. It was designed to collapse. So once they give everybody universal basic income, then what's the value now? The value is your social credit score. Okay? And depending on how your social credit score is going to determine if you get that money or not, and even how much of that money you get. Okay? And it's all biohacking. All of it. The whole blockchain they've been setting up is a biological system. It's a computerized system that's going to hack your biology. They have literally hacked into the human biology. This is a fact. Okay, so the whole goal here is, because I'm telling you right now, and 3 years from now, some of the people, even in here, your job is not going to exist anymore. Your job is not going to exist anymore. Because there are going to be AI programs that are doing it 100,000 times better than you are.
Facts.
And they already have them. They're already here. This is not what's coming anymore. This is Moore's law on crack. They said every 2 years. Now it's every 8 months. Where's the flying cars? Well, I'll tell you this. You never went to go look it up, but they exist. You can buy one. You can buy one right now. They recently released one that you don't have to have a commercial pilot's license. But for the last 5 years, they have had flying cars, and all you had to have was a commercial pilot's license to buy one.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up a video. I put it on my Instagram months ago. But keep building. I gotta find it.
Oh, they got out here now. They got an AI bartender downtown in the old Vegas.
Hold on, they got an AI bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Hold on, we gotta find that. It gotta be a picture online.
I'm sure you can find it. Remember, they about to put one of the world's most sophisticated buildings here. I worked on it as the IT for the last bit of the investment group. I saw everything, all the plans, all of it. Okay, it's called the Sphere. And Madison Square Garden Group is the ones responsible for bringing it here. Look up the Sphere. It's the whole build. The resolution of the 75, what is it, 75,000 feet or something? No, that's too crazy. It's something like 15,000 feet wall LED, pure LED panels that make the walls in this building. Do you hear me? The whole outside of the building is a screen. Let me tell you the pixel count. Okay? Oh, 8K? That's 16,000 by 16,000. They have laser guided audio.
Hmm.
Okay, if we sitting in the theater together in there and we're watching a movie, and let's say you speak French and I speak Spanish, you're gonna hear the movie in French, and I'm gonna hear it in Spanish.
Wow.
Why?
That's crazy.
Because when you come in the building, bro, it knows who you are. I worked with IBM when they rolled out Watson.
Hmm.
I set up all the cameras for the after show at the T-Mobile Arena. They had like the Killers and some other big groups come out and perform for them when they rolled out Watson. That was several years ago. That's how long, and that's when they was revealing it, editing movies and TV shows.
Hmm.
You're not gonna have a reason to have a job to make money in a minute. There's not gonna. Do you see everything they do? It's not gonna be a reason for you. They can 3D print a home now.
Hmm.
Why you think Amazon's getting rid of all those people?
Because
Hello,
AI
did
is
you
going to
remember
replace.
that they was bringing in drones to drop off packages? Did you forget about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody forgot about that because they was hiring so many people. No, that all that was research. It's the same thing Henry Ford did to build the first factory. Did you know that? That's where those parts come from. He took several men that only had one arm, several men. He took men that were disabled and had them work on assembly lines. And from that is how he designed the machinery.
Wow.
What have
Now,
you just did?
yeah.
They just collected mad data from all these people busting their butt for Amazon.
Hmm.
Now they don't need to watch. Watch this year what rolls out with Amazon. They already got robots. They already got drone ship packaging that'll drop it off. Man, you don't even have to have the package dropped to your house. There's an Amazon box at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need people. So if you don't work, do you understand what they've removed? See, what you don't realize is you've been programmed under Protestant ethics: work, family, church. If you go do some homework on the man who created that system, you wouldn't want to be doing it anyway, because these people were not thinking about you when they did it. These were all control mechanisms to control and to also mold human beings in society.
Let me say this real quick. And when they laid these Amazon employees off, they got notified by email that you've been eliminated. Crazy.
Wow, it's humans aren't running things anymore. You
Mm-hmm.
don't realize it because you always are greeted with a human being when you seemingly doing these things. But if you get behind these people standing in front of you, you'll find that I'll tell you I have family that work with big credit agencies, man, and I'll tell you this right now, okay? It's an AI program that's running your loan now. And if it can't run your loan in 5 seconds, it'll back everything up.
Crazy. Pound that like button, y'all.
So the ITs get stuck because they can't do anything about it because it's an AI program, right?
Correct.
And people don't understand what AI means. Artificial intelligence. But what does that mean? AI is self-writing software.
Mm-hmm. It has a mind of its own. Yep.
It's self-writing. It can see something and then write a program for it. There's no way to compete against that. There's no competition against AI.
Yo, they got AI.
No, AI is not perfect, but AI will. Somebody said AI is not perfect. I just want them to know I'm not saying that AI is perfect. I'm saying that in a field of your job, there's no competing against that.
That's a fact. AI is not gonna get tired. I mean, you know, if it malfunctions, they have people come in. Oh, matter of fact, they got AI robots to fix the other ones. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
Pound,
they have nanobots, and these nanobots, okay, they already have nano-sized computers that can assemble themselves.
mm-hmm.
Nano-sized computers that can assemble themselves.
Incredible.
Okay, and remember, I mean, these is nanometers. This is tiny, tiny, man. You understand, to get a circuit to work, you have to have transistors and receivers on it. And
Facts.
it's a high-powered nano computer, which means it has thousands of transmitters and receivers on this tiny circuit board. That has the more power than any piece of technology you have sitting in your house. The people who are responsible for this, go look at their interviews. They regret this. They regret this. There isn't one person who is behind the design of AI who hasn't said this is a mistake.
Mm.
It's one thing to have virtual intelligence. It's another thing to have bots, but it's another thing to start creating self-writing software that wants to become self-aware. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which makes you think that, did these people really invent this? Or did they make this? Did they create this? Or is this just more of this technology that was given to them? Because they didn't create this technology. I'm not saying people haven't created technology. I'm saying the stuff they're rolling out to us.
I mean, they've been preparing us, you know, we seen the films like the Terminator, the Matrix, you know.
Look this up real quick. Look this up. 29 Japanese scientists killed by AI robots.
You said 29? Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. Pound that like button, y'all. We got like 450 people in the building.
Remember what happened to Google's AI? They had to cut it off. Well, if they could cut it off, they had to unplug it in a sense, because they had no more control and they couldn't understand it. It created its own language to communicate, and it was doing things. It was backdooring on them. See, it's self-writing software. How can you contain that?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to write a program to escape. And remember, it can run countless variations. See, that's what these people are doing on these trade bots and these trade market things and apps. See, you have people that have got AI that's running predictive programming, predictive analysis on trades, and they're coming up with 80 and 85% accuracy. Well, that'll make you a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you now, get you some trade bots, look into it. Start get into the stock, get into digital currency exchange, get into the stock market. Even start with pennies. Listen, you can find out. I will give this brother a very solid lead on some stuff like that a little later. If he feels he would like to share that, then I'm all for it, right? But there are things out there right now with just a little bit of research, you will find that there are ways to start getting a trade bot and using that with just penny stocks to do trades for you all day, and you don't touch it. You let it work. You set your parameters and it goes. Okay? We have to start finding ways to make money without feeling our physical labor transferring over to $15 and $20 an hour. Because that's over. You have a robot. He could do that, and they don't need to pay him. You weren't just meant to be here and toil the land for somebody else to get rich. You are creative awareness. You are the divine spark of all there is, of God. That is you. You have a talent. You have a gift. You have a purpose for humanity that will infallibly bring you money. Now, if you start focusing on what everybody's doing and the whole thing, okay, and you get into the whole perspective, then you'll get lost. But if you stay focused on you and the part you can play in humanity's well-being, you will always prosper, and those around you will prosper, and all that come in contact with you will prosper. Okay? I just want everybody to know you're not meant to be here just working for somebody else. Yes, you are here to work with others, to create with others, to build with others, but you are not here to work for others. You are here to create. Oh yeah, you can share that, man.
Yeah. See,
Oh, that's Linda Moulton Howe right there.
it came up on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying, I don't own the content, so I'm just showing people the screenshot and they can see the page.
There's a couple more you might find on YouTube
Oh,
too. It's like
they've been deleting them because I put it in the Google search, and yeah.
yeah, this was a while back too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've been deleting them.
Let me tell you, they created these, they've been trying to make robots they haven't been trying. They actually have them. They haven't gotten sanctioned, but they've been using them in black op operations. And in certain countries, that's known. They walk around the streets. Okay. They have robots. Okay. But you had 29 scientists over there, or it was actually more, but 29 of them died. Okay. I think it was like 4 or 5 that got away or something. They were working on, soldier-like robots for Japan. And they had AI algorithms they have wrote for these robots to have and everything like that. And these robots, when they came online, they started killing everyone.
Crazy.
They managed to take them down after they killed so many people. But the last one, it was really hard because as they were trying to take his butt apart, he was downloading from the internet tactics in order to get out of his situation.
Wow.
So one of the robots, I think, is still around somewhere. I don't, it's probably cut off from any source that it could take his, AI intelligence and put it into the cloud. But that was an article that, and it originally came out in Japan. And once again, just like over there with oh wait, pull that up, man. You need to pull that up. The Israeli former Israeli former space defense says that they're aliens. All you have to do is look up the Israeli former space, and you'll see it. It'll just start on Google. It'll start popping up because they're getting ready to tell people. They want people. It's going to be. Remember, these are the same people that in the 1960s they wanted to project over Cuba the second coming of Christ. You can look that up. That was released. The real question becomes, what technology did they have in the 1960s that convinced them, that they could actually project Jesus Christ in the sky convincingly enough that people would believe it was him? There's that term again, the Galactic Federation. I know some of the people in the audience who are up on that. They're very excited to see that they put the term Galactic Federation in a news article from NBC. That's right. Someone said Project Bluebeam. And remember, they didn't invent Project Bluebeam. That was something that was given to them. It was Robert von Braun that told, remember when they first asked them about them, they told them who they was working with. They already knew about them. The government knew about them because remember, they were following them in the dogfights during World War II. And all you have to do is go look it up. It was called Foo Fighters. There were orbs of glowing lights of ships that used to fly next to the planes while they were dogfighting, trying to kill each other in the sky. You know, so no, they've been. I think that's one of the big reasons why they haven't just used it in a manner to control people, because they've told so many lies and spun so many stories about that whole thing that if they was to just come out and say that, you know how many people would try to sue the government? You know that?
Pound that like button, y'all.
And just in case you would say, why would people try to sue the government? There's been millions of abductions over the years. They've abducted a lot of people. Matter of fact, that was the deal that they made, was to abduct cattle and that they would be allowed to abduct a certain number of people. But they went way beyond the number that was supposedly allocated. And if you don't believe that, then you explain to me why to this day they are still finding cows that have no reproductive organs, no bodily fluid whatsoever. Their brains have been removed and their left eye has been removed. Dang. Along with their sinus cavities. Surgically removed. Did you know? Go look. This is another. Did you know? You know, there's a lot of missing people that come up every year in America, right?
All the time.
Did you know where the greatest number is? National parks.
Build on that.
National parks. You know, people go missing all the time and they don't find them. They disappear. They disappear in very weird ways. Listen, there are entire books, there are entire series they had to come across with that kind of stuff, just for the simple fact that you have too many rangers that have reported cryptids. Cryptids are what you would consider to be werewolves. That's a cryptid. Now, these are facts. These are respectable positions. He's a ranger. Okay. These people are disappearing all the time. I had a friend that disappeared in Washington. And when they found him, they said, well, he must have slipped and fell. And nobody understood that because the way he was mangled. And the fact that he did that, he lived there, he was from there. He went there all the time. That was where he hung out. and he went missing, and they couldn't find him. And when they backtracked, then he popped up in an area they had already searched.
Crazy.
So that's where most people go missing. And I'm not saying all of it is cryptic or like all of it is, supernatural in nature. I'm sure there are over 250 active serial killers in America. We're talking about the stuff from nightmares. So yeah, I'm sure some of them, you know what I mean? But for the greater part, they have not solved majority of the cases of the people have gone missing in national parks.
Pound
And
that like button.
there are extreme sightings there. Oh, sorry.
Nah, it's all good. Get the likes up, y'all. A lot of people coming in the room. Get the likes up. Hit that subscribe. Hit the bell. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the Rec Mob. Be here. Keep building, my brother.
I was just saying that I'm not asking for anybody to like believe me. I don't like to talk about conspiracy theories. They're a waste of time and they're a distraction. There's plenty of tangible stuff that has been given by credible sources or what we would consider to be credible. So if you was to speak to somebody about it, it would be hard for them to make an argument that, oh, that's nonsense. That's not true. What you see what I'm saying? We'll start from where you can't dispute. You can't dispute the largest number of people that go missing is in national parks. You can't dispute that America's obviously had some sort of technology to project images over your head because they planned to do it to Cuba in the 60s. These AI robots killing scientists is a real thing. It happened. The Galactic Federation was mentioned by NBC. And not as a joke, because we'll never talk about some Israeli space genius with multiple PhDs like he's a joke. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because it's Israel, and we're not going to do that. Okay? These are the facts. The same thing starting to happen here with banking already happened in China. That's a fact. We have followed every rollout move they've made up till now since that thing began. That's a fact. Right? So these are just the facts. Now, I know people, when they talk about the aliens, they want to go into the Palladians and the reptilians and the Greys and all of these other, you know what? I don't even want to do that. Because it's too easy for people to pick it apart. Because they're just going to go, you have no credible source that we consider to be credible, right? And they'll say no one they know is considered to be credible as well. And now it just becomes a tit for tat. Right? Mm-hmm. But if I show you the facts that people are going missing and Rangers are saying aliens are doing it, then you can't sit here and tell me that's not true. And now we have all the facts. What do we need? What do we need conspiracy theories for? What do you believe is coming that isn't already here? Because that's their game. Keep you thinking something's coming while they roll it out in your face. That's what a magician does. Mm-hmm. Peace and blessings to Cherokee Born. I see you and I appreciate you. Hey Reg, I also see the chat and stuff, so I try to respond
No, it's all good. Yeah, as you should.
to what people are saying.
As you should.
But
Pound that like button, y'all. Let's get it. I want to share this real quick, Talib, and you could build on it too. I sent it to you earlier. It's information on the supermarket. Let me just play the video so the people can tap in, see what's going on in a minute. You ain't got that QR code, you ain't gonna be able to get food from your local supermarket. All right. So it's really getting that real. It's already real. It's happening. It happened already. And it's happening. And it's a continuation. Hold on. All right, let me see and make sure there's no music in here. Okay, yeah. All right, so y'all gotta listen up because I'm gonna refresh the video and bring it back anyway. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. I know it's kind of loud, but let me bring it down.
It knows you have it because it scans it.
It knows you have products?
Yeah, it's like
One
the
second.
Wi-Fi or whatever.
I'm gonna bring it from the top,
Scans
yo.
products.
Whoa. And this is the future of grocery stores? This is very strange.
It's like
This
the
is Whole
stores, right?
Foods Market.
They scan your stuff in your bag, right?
So you can't even walk into Whole Foods unless you go through this machine?
Yeah.
I need my own QR code. How do I get my own QR code? How do I get my own QR code? I have to have my own QR code to come into Whole Foods?
You don't have to stand in line.
What do? They just what?
It
What
just
are they?
knows you have it because it scans it.
It knows you have products?
Yeah, it's like the Wi-Fi or whatever it is. It scans the products.
Whoa. And this is the future of grocery stores? Whoa. Who did this first? Where in California?
Where was the first one? You know which city? It's from California. Dude, we had 10 minutes, now we got 5.
And it's with Amazon. Whole Foods and Amazon are requiring us to enter. She has her own QR code to get in. This is very strange.
Like
this is Whole Foods Market.
They scan your.
Well, she said Whole Foods and Amazon are requiring for you to have a QR code to enter the supermarket to buy groceries. And this is going on right now, currently as we speaking in California and many other places as well.
Yeah, I remember I told you that they're, a while back we talked about that they had the hopefully automated one in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the goal, right? Notice that Walmart is also about to drop a lot more people.
Correct.
Right? Because they're rolling out those self-serving kiosk machines.
Mm-hmm.
And notice they're getting bigger.
Yes, sir.
Why? Oh, so you can do all your grocery shopping. And then in a minute, okay, you won't be able to get into a place without one of these codes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you won't even be able to walk through the door. And you don't have to worry about paying for nothing, right? Because at this point, by time, I'm telling you, because come this year, it's going to be common for everyone to be using Google Pay or whatever form of pay they have on their phone, Apple Pay, whatever it may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because in these places, what it does is when you swipe that and you go through and they let you in, it's connected to your account now. What? Yeah. So all you got to do is grab what you want, bag it, and walk out. And it'll deduct it out of your account because they know everything you picked up. Okay. Okay? You won't even have to scan your stuff. You just grab it and put it in a bag. And if you walk beyond that point with that stuff in the bag, that's what you get charged. Oh, well, people just going to start tearing off the thing. No, man, because now there's a chip inside of all of the products. It's not going to be something you can just rip out. And plus, there's cameras everywhere. They're watching you the whole time you walk around the store. They're monitoring you. They're connected to your phone. Right? And that's where we're going. Now we're going, excuse me. That's where we are. So stop thinking that this is coming for you and start knowing that this is life now. This is where they're at with it. This is what's going on. There's no going back. Because consciousness itself as a whole is expanding. So our experience and you know it is because your access to information has expanded from that of 100 years ago. It was just like 200 years ago, a man could know everything there was to know. You could learn all the science, you could learn all the math, you could learn all the agriculture, you could learn all of the meteorology, you could learn all the astrology, you could learn all of that. It wasn't what it is now. You could build your own house, you could set up your own plumbing, your own well. Now, information is so vast, one man can't build a house. Right? One man cannot know it all. This is the great expansion we're in. One tiny identity cannot know what has expanded. All we can do now is go within and play our individual part to better humanity. I'm going to tell you that's the answer. The answer is not going to be going out here with these protests that are coming. I'm telling you. With the purge that's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Okay? Because it's already law. And anyone that don't believe that, go look it up. And I would tell all my gun owners out there, they just passed a law about your bump stock. Okay? All right? They just turned that into something that has to be registered now. So if you have a stock on the back of your rifle, okay, you now have to register that weapon. And if you don't, you are illegally owning that weapon. And they didn't make this public. So please, anybody that owns weapons, go look that up. Because that's another little dirty trick they're about to play to start taking people's weapons, which makes no sense. It's just to get you excited. They don't need your guns. Let me tell you why they don't need your guns. They have particle beams. They have a heart attack gun. They have directed microwave dish technology. They can point a dish at you, pump a 5G signal through it, and it can boil the water under your skin. If you try to take it to them with guns, you're going to lose anyway. Because that's still their thing. That's still their thing. This is a journey within. I'm sharing this because some people will understand what I mean. And some of those who do not see that as of yet, this will become a reminder to them later. It is time to go within. Stop worrying about all the stuff that other people are going through around, not even around you, but what they're projecting to you. Because they project things to you and then you go, yeah, this is what's happening in the world. But you occupy a very small portion of the world. half the stuff they have us concerned with is not even directly at you. You're not even looking at the one thing that you should be looking at. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to mention this again. There's only one conspiracy that you need to go look into and unravel for yourself. And that is admiral maritime law. Okay? Look it up, because they rule us from the law of the sea. We do not live by the law of the land. Okay? Someone said we always on the water. Respectively, I say the way to heaven is through the water. What I'm talking about is the admiral maritime laws that was established by I don't want to start going, by Europeans, okay, and the Dutch, and these people that created what you're calling all of your colonial shipping lanes. Okay, we may be made of water, but we're not. You are pure awareness. You are pure awareness. You're not your physical body. You inhabit your physical body and you experience the physical body. You are not the physical body. This body, and this is why I will mention it again. EFT, emotional tapping freedom. Go look into the meridian points of your body where energy flows through, how energy gets stagnant. What happens when energy in your body becomes stagnant? When it doesn't flow? When a hurtful event in your life has now been stored in your body energetically? I know a lot of hydrated, depressed people. They said reasons why we must stay hydrated. Listen, you're not going to stay anything if you're not mentally in tune, right? And that's what you have to understand. The mind is first. Okay, the mind is first. Someone said Qigong. I'm so glad. I've been studying Qigong and practicing Qigong for over 20 years. I've been studying. M.Reck knows of my Shifu, knows of the man I learned from.
Correct.
Okay, I learned Dai Xingyi Chuan, Hobei Xingyi, Chen Taiji, Tongbei, Bian Chuan. Okay, energy can get stagnated in your body. Okay, and when that energy and meridians get stagnated, or that negative experience is floating in your body, it creates illnesses. It creates illnesses. It's the mind. It's the mind. And the mind is in control of how that energy is flowing. So this is the time to go within.
Pound that, hold on one second, good brother. Pound that like button. Everybody that's just now coming in the room, please hit that like as soon as you come in. Share the live. Appreciate y'all. Continue on, good brother.
Yes, brother. About going within, someone said the subconscious. And that is very true. That's a part of going within. And the way we can communicate with our subconscious is to enter into an alpha state. That is when our brain is at a precision of about 5 hertz. And that's what the Silva method offers. When you enter into an alpha state, you are able to give suggestion to the subconscious. This is a scientific neurological fact. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. It can't tell the difference. It only knows your emotional an energetic response. That's the only thing it truly understands. The subconscious is responsible for pushing out what you're experiencing in the 3D world. Someone said transurfing. That's so wonderful that you said that, because that's something that I've been practicing for quite some time, and it does work, and it is all true. And if you want to escape the matrix, and anyone would like to, and we've said this early, many episodes ago, we did a whole thing about transurfing. Yes, that is definitely something you should read. Just look into it. See, the reason that we haven't found the answers to our problems is because they're free. See, you spend money on everyone else because they present themselves a certain way, and then they tell you this because of the training and the way you've been brought up. They tell you that you got to spend money to make money. This stuff costs. Everything in life costs. Hey, if you ain't willing to put no money up, then you're not willing to invest in yourself. Does any of that sound familiar? But if what you have is the answer, then you already have everything you could possibly want. And all you want to do is give back to humanity. So why would you go amongst poor people charging them? Okay? New Zealand is his last name. I don't want to mess up his first name, but his last name is Zealand of Transurfing. His book is absolutely free, right? If you go look into the Sedona method, you will find so much information absolutely free. You don't have to pay to get it, because the people that created it, they used it, so they're happy. They're so happy they want to give back and contribute to humanity. The Silva method is also another one that's absolutely free. All you have to do is go look it up. Now, of course, they have the books and things you could buy for like $50, and they have a whole workbook, but you don't need it. That's for people who want to become an instructor, people who found so profoundly in love with it that that's what they found they want to do with their life. But guess what? The people that got that far, they have the money to do it. Because this is the time to go within. Believe me, any problem you're looking at outside of yourself right now is only because you're ignoring a problem inside of yourself. Every problem you see out in the world is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of you. This is the key. I like to talk about manifestation, but I really don't like to use the term manifestations, because the actuality is everything is already done. Your awareness, you're not manifesting anything. You're just stepping into the awareness of something that already exists. And it becomes life when your awareness enters. So you can have anything you want when it's a true desire, not a desire of lack. See, your true desires are always win, win, win. And that's why I'm constantly going to say it again about we must go within. Now, if you're looking at what all is going on in the world and what they're doing and they're about to do to us, that's, I can tell you right now, that only works because your awareness, because you give it life. They can't do nothing they doing without awareness. How do you know that? Well, I've worked in the film and television industry. Why do you think they spend so much money to have people pretend to be other people? Did you ever ask yourself that? Why would you ever spend $300 million to make Superman? You could have did that for $10 million. No, it's to grab your awareness. Because the only person that can save you is you. Because the world is always going to be exactly what you say it is. Your whole life is a direct reflection of that which you assume. And they have cleverly taught us through compulsory education, through entertainment, religion, how to look away from ourselves. Right? Even now with everybody, well, not everybody, excuse me. See, this is what I mean. We have a tendency of speaking on things, and because once we begin to feel it, we make it the world. Right? But when we bring it back down to the reality, there's always something inside of you that you don't accept about yourself. Be it a lot of us, I know a lot of people have gone through that, to where they may have felt like they were done wrong by somebody. Like, right? And that makes you mad. You be like, yo, they phony, they fake, they did this, and that's why I'm messing. And you're very upset. If you really realize why you're upset, then you begin to see the whole picture. You're not upset at nothing they did. You're upset at what you did, at what you accepted, at the choice you made. Because you believe that you are whoever you say you are. And the moment you do that, you put yourself in a box. And you squeeze yourself off from the great abundance that's all around you. Because there's only now. There's no yesterday. And there is no tomorrow. There's only now. So where would abundance be? It can't be in yesterday, and it can't be in tomorrow. It's already here. And because they keep us outside of ourselves, scrambling and fighting to be some identity opposed to being what we are. We cut our whole life off to the abundance that's in the moment. So if you just open yourself up to what is now, everything is now. And that in this moment, how is abundance representing itself in your life? Well, I'll tell you. There's one thing in this world that you need more than anything, and you don't even consider how you use it, because it's so abundant. Food, water, no. Air. None of this works without air. But yet it is the most abundant resource to you. People don't run out of air. People end up with bad lungs. Now they can't process the air.
Mm.
That's, and when you go, oh wow, I'm blessed. The whole world is giving and receiving. How do you know that? because I have to take a breath and I have to give one.
Hold on 1 second, good brother. Mute your audio. Peace.
Blessings, M.Reck. It's your
Blessings.
boy, yes.
What's going on,
Blessings,
fam?
Talib. Blessings, Reck Mob. Been tuning in for a minute. Been a while since I talked to you, man. Just wanted to tune in and I don't know, words of encouragement as usual, and then a quick question for Talib, if that's cool.
Yes, sir.
All right. Words of encouragement, man, like I always bring to y'all, man. That spirit, that energy that is our existence, is self-fulfilling. The fact that we exist from nothing lets you know that there's something special ahead for all of us. You know, just that fact of nothing becoming something. So just words of encouragement and wisdom on that one. And then, Brother Talib, quick question for you. Have you ever seen a human regenerate?
I'm glad you asked me about that. I'd like to tell you that there are cases within the Silva method where people have actually coagulated their own blood.
Hold on, Talib. Hold on 1 second. I don't think he can hear you. So my brother, just listen to it in the chat. He gonna respond. For some reason, you know, he can't hear the callers. I mean, the callers can't hear him. But he's gonna respond to you right now. All right.
Blessings, King.
All right,
Appreciate it.
blessings, no doubt. Okay. All right, Talib, start from the beginning to
I
respond.
was going to say, I'm glad he asked that, because within the Silva method, you have cases of people who have coagulated their own blood. And if you go look into the deeper Vishnu people of India, you will find that there are men who will stab themselves they'll stick pokers right through their heart to the other side of their body and then pull it out. Not kill them, not even bleed. Because you can you have more power over you were given the universe's greatest spacesuit. It's like, think about like someone gave you a Lamborghini Vision. Okay? But they didn't give you any instruction manuals and you never drove a stick before. That's what it's like being in this spacesuit for you. Your mind has so many capabilities and abilities.
Hold on, brother. Peace.
Peace. It's Karen. I have you. Sorry, it's a delay. I have you in my earpiece on the other one because I want to on the phone a little bit just to respond to it. To the questions I have, but peace and blessings to you both. Thank you so much for doing this. It's Figgy, by the way.
I got you locked in. Figgy, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm great. Appreciate that.
Blessings, Talib. And I might not be able to hear Talib, but I got you in my Bluetooth so I can still hear the answers, but it's not going to give any feedback, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to take it back to the beginning of this conversation with my questions. Now, first, I'm going to state, like, I'm very, very clear on the only thing that matters is to go within, like to meditate, go within, unlock the answers. The answers are all inside. So I'm very clear on that. I know that nothing outside that's going on really matters per se as much as what's internal. So, and working on self, and knowledge of self. But in regards to I think it was the grid shutdown or the circuit, I can't remember the terminology that is used, but as far as that, like when it comes to, I know that Talib, you were saying that to learn research, bot traders or research digital, just understanding digital currency and stuff. But with that grid shutdown, would that mean that, it would be wise to take your money out of the bank? What also is going to happen with crypto in regards to that, is should you take your, cash out in crypto? Also, does it affect, like, should people not be purchasing homes right now? Should they not be splurging their money and buying cars and stuff like that? That's my first question. And I can hear the answer.
Oh, okay. Well, greetings and salutations to you. Okay.
There's a major delay,
Oh, you can hear me though.
Yeah, she said she can hear you, but it's a major delay. So just keep speaking.
Oh, okay. Well, I never tell people what they should and should not do. People, because everyone is an individual. And when we can break ourselves free of this group mentality, then we will be able to make significant changes in our own reality, right? I wouldn't tell people to now take all your money out of the bank. Well, you see they're shutting the banks down. You can take your money out of the bank. Go ahead. But what's coming is, how are you going to spend money if none of the machines in the stores are working? If all the stores are using basically computers as cashier machines, how are they going to work? Right? This is just looking at it like in a oblique perspective. Because like I said, I don't like to tell people what they should do. I share with people that they have the ability to do whatever they truly believe they want to do. Right? Everyone is an individual. Everyone has the ability to change their reality. To group everyone together to say everyone needs to make this move because this thing is going to happen is just playing into a pendulum. Because this is a pendulum. And pendulums require your involvement and energy. Right? And the pendulum doesn't care what direction you swing. It doesn't care if you're against the system, because the energy you give ranting against the system still goes to the pendulum. This is an energetic world. We haven't woken up to that yet because we've been so grounded in what we think is physical.
True.
But the reality is everyone has the ability. This is the greatest time, because if the system is starting to break down before your eyes, that means you're free. You're free to do something different. Not what they tell you and not what they tell you you have to do. Now you can make your own choice. Maybe you never even knew what you wanted to do. Maybe what you thought you wanted to do was because of what everyone around you believed you should be doing. This is a great time of change. This is the time of change of wealth exchange. This is the time where millionaires are made. People who had ideals that no one ever would listen to become millionaires during these times. Because the only people who are going to suffer are the people that have been relying on the system.
That's so true.
You see? And you can't tell them what to do. They're already doing what they want to do. And that is believing in the system. And as Morpheus said, fortunately, my belief doesn't require your belief.
And in regards to crypto?
And as regards to crypto, that's where the money's going. Period. They're going to burn the fiat dollar. It's gone. And crypto is where they're going to go, because that's how they're going to put everybody on the grid.
Because there is a difference between digital currency and cryptocurrency.
Well, yeah. There's a big, I was doing a little bit of trading on digital currency. Digital currency is saying like the euro dollar is stacked against the US dollar and the various dollars across, the various countries.
So will they equally be as successful?
I'm going to be successful. I don't know what they're going to be. I don't see. This is what I'm learning.
Like,
who cares?
Yes.
They've already done what. See, you thinking something.
Bitcoin and digital, will it coexist as it is right now in the future?
Yes. It's not going to exist the way it is now in the future. In the future, it's going to be children brought up with it who never knew a dollar. And you'll have to tell people about the time where you had physical cash. That's the future, because that's already happening now. There are already Bitcoin ATMs. There are already over 25,000 businesses across the world that accept digital currency. If you had $1 million in Bitcoin, you could go buy a house, go out, have the time of your life, and never spend a physical dollar.
Oh, sorry if I interrupted. There's a major delay.
Oh, no worries. But that's all I was really saying was like, yeah, that's already here now. You can do everything with crypto or digital currency right now. That, as a matter of fact, I live in
just because there's a major delay, but I'm going to call back in because I have a million more, but I want to give room for everybody else. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Peace. Hold on 1 second. Somebody else is trying to call. Hold on. I got to get to this other person. They was calling first. 202, I'm calling you now. Hold on 1 second. Peace. Peace. All right, let me get peace. Peace.
Yo, what is going on?
What's going on? I see you've been calling.
Yeah.
State your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, my name is Charles. I'm originally from Yonkers, New York, but I reside near DC now.
All right, what's happening, Charles? Peace and blessings.
Oh, peace and blessings to you too, my brother. Once again, I just want to say I always enjoy your show.
Thank you.
I'm definitely enjoying this talk here, because this is stuff that I constantly think about. I work in the cybersecurity field, and I deal a lot with cybersecurity and crypto. So what he's saying is absolutely correct. There is going to come a time where all there is crypto, and you're not going to know about the physical dollar. This is all part of they called it years ago in 2010, the wireless project, and now call it smart cities. So what that means is this: it's all part of crypto. That's why you see Tesla testing out the self-driving cars. Everything's going to be run based off of sensors. That's why you're going to see a lot of self-driving trucks when they're moving the produce from here to there. There are going to be no more truckers. There's going to be no more pilots. All that's going to be automated. And people say, well, that's crazy now because they don't believe. But this is a perfect time to figure out what you want to do and not what the system wants you to do. Figure out what you're good at or what you think you might be good at, and go to it. Follow your energy. It's all about energy. And I truly think that we just need to stop TikToking and stop pop locking and locking in on the new information, because it's already here. It's already here. This is all here for us for free. As someone stated earlier, this is all free information, and it's all choice. And I think that if we lock in and pay attention to the new information, because again, the new information is really going to be effective, especially with laws, because I know a lot of people are buying drones. That's cool that you buy drones, but here's the thing. You know that they're changing the laws around to where you're going to have to be licensed to fly a drone in specific states. And if you don't have that license or can't produce that license, they will lock you up.
They'll take your drone.
Yeah. So
they're doing that now.
They'll take your drone. If your drone is above 50 feet in the air and you don't have and you didn't call into the air tower to schedule the flight plan,
to have a license,
they can actually tap into your drones.
So these are things that we need to really hone in and focus on. And sometimes I feel like I'm screaming in the middle of the street and nobody hears the thing. And then look, I log in and I hear the show, and everything that I think about, we're talking about. And I love it.
Yes, sir. What's your name, good brother? What's your name, good brother?
My name is Charles.
Charles.
My name is Charles.
I'm gonna lock you in, man. You know.
Yeah, lock me in, man. I'd love to like chop it up with you sometimes, man.
No, not a problem. I got you got you locked in, my brother. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
Okay, and I'll lock this number in as well too.
Definitely. Appreciate you tapping into the show. Is it any question you want to ask?
Okay. One question I do want to ask is, and this is just where do you see the government defaulting? Do you see the government? Do you think the government's actually going to default? And if so, what are your thoughts on it? What do you think folks should start looking into? That's my question.
All right. Before he respond to that, you can't hear him, so just listen from the chat room. All right.
Okay.
All right. He's gonna respond.
I got you, brother.
All right. Thanks, Charles.
Okay.
My brother. Peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Peace.
So yeah, Talib, you want to respond to that?
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's coming up real soon that the government might default. They ain't got no money, and they can't make up on these loans. But they still want to take out more trillions of dollars and give it to Ukraine. Right? Because remember what Nixon did. He took us off this gold standard and put us on a petrodollar. There's nothing backing the dollar. The dollar's been imploded on itself. It's only been hyperinflated and kept up behind what they've been doing with the false inflation and how they've been working the stock market. But the dollar's been gone. It collapsed. He knows what I'm talking about. That the dollar's already collapsed. Will the government go into default? Well, I believe that that's a twofold situation. Okay, for the last 3-4 years, every year it came up, the government was going on a shutdown, right or wrong, because they didn't have no money. So what did they do? They wrote some bill and turned it around, and they inflated it and put some more money behind it, and they kept going. Yeah, they're going to put some more money behind it. They'll put some more behind it. And they'll blame the whole reset on whatever attack they got coming up. And that's why everything has to be done a certain way, along with a couple of other PSYOP situations thrown in the mix to redirect your focus. And then, yeah, that'll be that. Because I'm going to say this again. I do not like conspiracy. There is an ambassador to already greet the extraterrestrials when they come to Earth. Listen, she has a job. She's an Indian physicist. Look her up. This is a real person. She already has a job, and she's supposed to meet the aliens.
M.Reck.
Yeah, caller. Hold on 1 second till they part himself. Peace, caller. State your name, where you calling from, and you got a question?
Yo, my name is Michael Melvin. I'm calling from Greensboro, North Carolina. Peace.
Peace, Mike.
Peace to all the queen. Peace to all the guys in the earth.
Peace.
I would like for Talib to speak on the illusion that we call existence. And what I mean by that, what you see now has always been. History has shown the technology that man is saying is being created now has always existed. But we have lost that ability to think for ourselves and let, like he said earlier, the government and these people that are on the upper chain to control our thought process think we need them in order to do the things that we have to do on a daily basis. So if the government collapses, the money loses value. One thing that will never change, the value of land, people that can raise agriculture, people that can divest and incorporate different ways of management with businesses and money and barter systems and things of this nature. And I would see if he could reiterate on that and touch on that.
All right, I got you. He heard you. So he gonna respond to you. You probably can't hear him, but just listen from the chat, and he gonna respond to
All
your
right.
question. All right. I appreciate you calling,
All
Melvin.
right.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, about I like to say peace to the God, peace to the brother. I appreciate him, and I appreciate his question. Um, as far as existence, this was, and maybe you might find it interesting, brother, if you go back about 3 episodes or so, because this is something I speak about quite frankly often. Existence is awareness. See, you're saying the world is a story. That's what existence is. There's only now. There's always only been now. You are in a dream, one that you have not woken from, and you are very deep into. But there is only now. And to create this beautiful thing we're calling life, we have stories. The whole world is a story. The whole world is a story. You can't go back to anything they said before. You can't actually, first of all, I would tell you this. Something a little known fact about carbon dating that I see a lot of people don't seem to know about carbon dating. You can't carbon date stone. Yeah. So all they're actually doing the carbon dating on is the erosion that has occurred on the stone. They don't know where that came from. You don't. It's a story. It's a story that fits into this world of a dream you're living in perfectly, as everything around you operates in perfection. There are infinite versions of yourself and all people around you. And your awareness is how you govern, engage what you engage with, and who you engage with, and how you engage. And what does it mean with awareness? Awareness is that which sits behind the eyes. Ask yourself, who are the voices in your head talking to? Who are the thoughts talking to? They're talking to you. You, the awareness. And you bring your attention to them by what? Your emotional response. Because the whole purpose is states of consciousness. That is existence in a nutshell. There is only you. There is only you. There's only the self. There is only I which exists. And therefore, I am. See, we believe we're all separate, but we are the one great creator, the one impersonal energy that came from nothing, that great consciousness that you have many names for, but has no name. That is you. And I know some people may instantly want to combat that. But the thing is, I don't care. It's okay. You are free to feel that. Because you are your awareness. And if you choose to see things the way you choose to see them, that is wonderful for your experience. Because I'm just the background in your world. whomever that is that feels disgruntled, when they get off of here, I'll disappear I won't exist. I'll cease to exist to them. As they will cease to, because they're just background actor in my play. We're all background actors in each other's play. Because from our perspective, we are the center. Someone said, Billy Carson said, prayers are curses. First of all, actual prayer is using your imagination to create that which you desire. That's actual prayer, because where is God? God is in your own wonderful imagination. It's right there. It's written in so many different theologies. But when you take it outside of yourself, well, then you miss the whole point. It's written. It's right there. It's written. It's all you. It's all you. Right? So to the brother that was asking, that to me, that's what existence. That's existence. Because only you're experiencing it. You can't tell me what I'm experiencing. The closest person to you, you can't tell them what they are experiencing. You will never be inside of them to know that.
Pound that like button, y'all.
So it's all within us. And that's why I offer techniques and things you could test it. Like, if you don't believe that, then here, go do this. Go write down on a piece of paper, I will not climb a ladder. Write down on a piece of paper, I will not climb a ladder. And you read it before you go to bed many times. You read that. I will not climb. You can write it on your mirror. I will not climb a ladder. Let's do it with that. Oh, better yet, because let's get more modern. I'm going to show you how real this really is. Just write down, I will not receive $100. And then what I want you to do is, when you go to sleep, when you laying down and you right there feeling that your mind is drifting, right? While your mind is drifting, I want you to imagine someone like your best friend just giving you $100. Here, man. Oh, thank you so much. You know, when they do it, I want you to do it from the first person perspective, meaning looking out your own eyes. Someone said Neville Garter. This is a Neville Garter technique. I've done it. I know it works. This is what I'm telling you. Go ahead, please. You go to sleep, and you all the way till you fall asleep. You just keep playing that back on a loop in your mind. Your friend gave it, and capture the emotion. Feel good, like he really gave it to you. And then just go to sleep. Fall asleep with that vision of that person give you the money. You do that for 3 days. Watch what happens. You watch what happens. You're going to be, and if you received $100, okay, well, then you know that you're pushing the world out. That the whole, and if you don't believe the world's an imagination, in your imagination, for the logical people who don't really believe in that kind of stuff, here's this for you. The entire world you live in right now is from man's imagination. There isn't one thing you're desiring that you could buy that isn't from man's imagination. You live in a house? Where did that start? In man's imagination. The cars, the spoons, the forks, the plates, the fancy meals, even the vacation spots you want to go to. You don't want to go just sit in the woods. It's all from man's imagination. The whole world is from man's imagination. And I'm going to show you how powerful you've been using your imagination this whole time to create your reality and didn't even realize it. You've been using the law of assumption, assuming the worst for yourself, assuming the worst outcomes, and seeing them and going, well, that's the way the world is. And for those who don't want to use imagination, use the law of assumption. Check this out. If you have somebody you have a problem with, or you go to work, you deal with somebody you don't like dealing with, and every time you go to deal with them, you have this argument in your mind, right? Whenever you deal with a disgruntled person you have problems with, whenever you got to deal with them, the first thing happens in your mind is you already have an argument with them. What they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to behave. And it's always negative. Assume the opposite. In your mind, when you have to deal with them, just assume and imagine and hear them saying everything you want to say. Someone said, the world of pure imagine. I'm going to tell you something. I listen to that song every morning. Willy Wonka's Pure Imagination. He told everybody the secret to life, and everybody thought it was just a whimsical kid song. But if you're a grown person, go back and listen to Pure Imagination and listen to the lyrics. Okay? And you will see. Okay? Our mind is very powerful. You're using the beta level of your mind. This is why this is the conscious level. This level of the mind is good for skills, memory, remembering. And this level of the mind is not good for creating. That occurs in the subconscious level of the mind. So when you go to sleep at night, you playing back your day and it was a messed up day you didn't enjoy, rewrite it. Because your mind doesn't know the difference. Right? Someone said, for the brother that said, I got lower back pain, I would ask him to please go look up EFT. But if he could get on a call, I would take him through a Sedona release method that I think will bring some ease to his back right now. But if he looks up EFT, he could look up a video right now on lower back pain and just do what they're doing in the video, and he will see what happens. And someone said that guy is a troll, and that's okay. Like I told you, everybody out there who comes on and speaks their piece, it doesn't bother me. Because at the end of the day, it will only be transformed into a positive. Because that's just something you need to get off your chest. People won't listen to you. You don't feel heard. You feel a certain way in your own personal life. There's something going on. And you use these as a method of being heard, to be felt. And here, that's okay. It's welcome, because there's nothing you're going to say that can actually bother me. But if you do have back pain like you were claiming, please look up the EFT, brother. And you can look up EFT, go on YouTube, EFT lower back pain. Okay? And you're going to find out that just try it. It's free. It's not even asking you to spend any money. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to share, is that, listen, everything doesn't have to be about money when you want to help humanity. A lot of us just need some help. We need some direction. We don't even need you to come in and pick us up off the ground. We just need a door open in our own psyche that allows us to see we're not even on the ground. There is no ground. The whole point of orientation is you. Even if you believe if this is space, oh, we're not even on, we're just in space. Well, if you were in space, there is no up or down. There's no left or right. The point of orientation in space is you. And the moment you go into the mind, and when the brother who called in, he said, they was mentioning meditation. I always say, please do the Silva method. Meditation is wonderful, but I think it's very misunderstood. If you really want to just meditate, cut everything off. Close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths. Nice, relaxed, and slow. In through the nose and out through the mouth. While your eyes are closed, look onto your internal screen of space, which is located 45 degrees up and in front of you. That's your mind screen. And stare into it. Don't look for anything. Just be silent. That's where the real breakthrough is at. That's what's going to get you through. Trust me, it's absolute silence and going within. You might fall asleep, but that's okay. Because in that state, with what you were feeling and thinking, you're programming yourself. You can't get obtain abundance if your heart is in survival mode. This is a scientific fact. You can't be creative when you're in survival mode. You're not even producing the chemicals in your body to be creative when you're in survival mode. And they made us react to everything in a survival state, which means we're very cut off. A lot of people have been hurt, so they don't like to share their heart because they feel like, but then when you put a fence and gate up around your heart, you also cut your heart off from growing. So not only do you keep people out, you also cut the heart off. And you need your heart. That's all I wanted to share, brother.
Got you. Pound that like button, y'all. We coming up on that 2-hour mark. This is Heavy Gems. And this is what we gonna do. I think somebody called, but for the most part, if you got a question for Talib, he can answer that right before we end the show. But let me call this person back because they did call. Usually we do Heavy Gems every Tuesday, but sometimes we pick random days like today's Thursday, and we go live. It's really a feeling. We started on a Tuesday, so it's really no set day. It's a feeling depending on what I got going on and this brother got going on. And if it feels right, we do the show. But get those likes up though, nevertheless. Appreciate y'all. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Salute to SJ. $585. I'm calling you right now. Pick up.
Hello?
Yes. Hello.
Yes?
You called M.Reck TV probably like 20 minutes ago or something like that.
Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Peace, M.Reck. Thanks for calling me back.
Not a problem. Peace. What's your name?
Peace. My name is Yashida.
Yashida. Nice meeting you.
Yashida.
Credible name.
Yep.
Credible name.
Yep. Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate you calling me back again. I had a question for Talib. I had a question for Talib in relation to like the currency and how he was talking about how like the transition of the money and how the fiat system is being broken down. But however, is currency not anything that we all give power to or well, not you, the individual, but case in point, the system of money itself, like we was born into the world as, dollar bills, cash, or whatever that we're using for exchange and to get the things that we need. And it transitions over to whatever else. So And you know, my point of view of things, the way that I see things going, it's you know, who's giving power to obviously the powers that be, but it utilizes all of our energy and creates the force that, you know, we're asked to where we have to follow it, because that's the mode of where the world is going. In order to live and survive, you have to continue on, unless, as being a creator, obviously you develop and create a different system that power can be given to, and create a flow where people will follow that, and that will become the new system. As far as that's in my point of view, but it dictates so much of your energy. And in terms of working on self, these are all things that sends information into the way that you feel, because it's like, you know, I'm trying to adjust to what's going on. And, you know, so ultimately I wanted to ask that question, is that not, or do you agree with, is that, as far as my opinion on, is it not anything that people give power to that creates the new system? But with the way that things are happening and how it affects your energy, what are other beneficial things that you would suggest that can be done to not only try to stay on task with yourself, but to make a positive enough adjustment to be able to deal with what's going on at the same time?
So Yashida, he gonna respond to you. You might can't hear him, but if you can listen from the chat, he's gonna respond to your question. Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you for calling. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Great question,
All right.
by the way.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah, let me just say that was an amazing question, and she is definitely a high level thinker, and that was beautifully worded, and I appreciate her question. As far as the money and currency is from man's imagination. It doesn't grow in nature. It doesn't happen for real, right? Money is an energy, right? That's all it is. And what you're speaking of is exactly what I've been talking about. We give too much emotional cadence to our 3D reality. See, you think you're walking around in the world. You are not. The whole world is being projected into the back of your brain. It's all being interpreted. That's a scientific fact, right? So as long as you allow the 3D world to predict your emotional states, which, remember, you have full autonomy to what you choose to feel. Your emotional states is what give you power. So you can reverse engineer. And believe me, listen, I'm going to tell you, last year, I personally lost everything. Okay? And I used this law. I don't speak to you from some place of being some guy who is well off and doing all these other miraculous things with all this money, telling you, you too can. No. I'm like everyone else. I lost everything. Okay? I was at my lowest point. I was about to lose my home. Okay? And let me tell you, I used this. I used it. I said, I was at my lowest point and I was driving to my mother's house because my aunt had just died. It's 5:30 in the morning. And while all of that's happening, my wife is in the middle of leaving me. Not too long before all of that, I lost my brother and his whole case was swept under the rug. As I drove in that car at 5:30 in the morning, I got to a light. I told my mother I was on the phone. I said, I'm on my way. I'll be there soon. I hung up. And the light was red. And all I wanted to do was go. And in that moment, I said, well, Guess we're going to have a heart attack and just drop dead right now. And you know what happened? I didn't. I didn't. And in that moment of feeling I had lost everything, I had realized I had lost truly nothing. That I actually was given an opportunity to see something. That this isn't real. I pulled myself together in that car and I got there and I did what I had to do. I dealt with the whole situation as best I could with a smile on my face. And one day I said, I choose to be happy. Every day I choose to be happy, I will be happy. I learned rapid transit induction. I learned how to hypnotize myself. I learned everything I could. I spent every waking second while I was working a job. I was using all of that while I was doing everything. I was fired from that. I wasn't fired, excuse me. Those people, I was so smart for those people that the only way they could get rid of me was to dissolve my position, to just remove it completely like it didn't exist. Do you know every time I turned around, money just came. The people, all of a sudden, they were very nice to me and they were like, oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you. We don't want to just kick you out of here. We're going to help you. We'll work with you. Give you time. What? These are the same people, if you miss a week, they want to evict you. What? Wait, oh, this is really working. I laid deeper into it. As everything in my world my whole year was so weirdly unbelievable. Well, I had miracle after miracle after miracle. I can't even count them all. I'm telling you, this works. This is the truth. You have to go within. Let go. Let go. Let it all go. Don't believe in any of it. Just believe that God, you're going to be taken care of. You always going. Everything is here for you. It's all been set up for you. Believe it or not. It's all been set up for you. I hit the ground. I hit the ground. Oh, and I discovered there was no ground. That it's not even real. And whatever I believe, and whatever I assume, that's what will come to pass. So the very next thing I did was I changed my language. I changed all my language, all of it. I didn't feel comfortable saying anything negative. I don't feel comfortable saying things negative on this show about this, about all the things going on. I changed my language. It changed my life. I changed how I viewed things. Because my language started directly reflecting what I was thinking and imagining. I stopped going to bed to TV. No TV. I don't even really watch TV. I think I have because I'm a writer and I love sci-fi and stuff like that. So I have maybe one show that comes on once a week right now that I'll catch. But other than that, I don't give that my time and energy. So for the lady who called in, I'm going to tell you, you have to take your energy away from that stuff. Right now. Just right now. Leave that stuff alone. When you go to bed, if you got to be on something, put on some binaural beats. Put on some meditation. Put on somebody telling you how great you are, how wonderful you are, how amazing you are, how successful you are. Watch what happens. I stopped because I was going to let you answer that. I'm good.
No, that's cool. Because we're gonna wrap up because I gotta handle something. So yeah, people, appreciate y'all tapping in. Salute to the Rec Mob, salute to SJ, salute to my brother Talib. We're gonna do this heavy gems thing, maybe in a couple of days or so, So
can I just say Indigo Kai 11 has been saying some of the most amazing things.
Correct.
All night. And I just want to salute them and just tell you that you're amazing and wonderful. And wow, the people that are around you are very fortunate.
Yes, sir. Likewise. So on that note, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all leave comments on the rebroadcast of this live. Do that, right away, please. And also hit the like and share this live. Appreciate y'all. All right. And also I got the episode 2. I was gonna play it tonight. I got the teaser to episode 2 to Spooky Hours TV series. Shouts to Escobar Entertainment. So I'm gonna drop that tomorrow. I was gonna drop it tonight, but I didn't get a chance to. So check that out. I'm also gonna have a pre-order for that, and then we're gonna launch the app. And then me and Talib, we got something up our sleeves too. I don't want to put the information out there, you know what I mean? Too premature. So on that note, y'all have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And also stay in tune with M.Reck TV, the community tab, also just to the channel, so you could be updated on the next show. So if you hit that like, you hit the bell, you subscribe, you'll get all the notifications. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you once again for tuning in. Thanks again, SJ and the whole Rec Mob. I need those comments though. Go to the regular comment section, leave your comments, and y'all have a great night. Peace. Talib, man. Thank you again, my brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, and thank you to the Rec Mob. And hey, I just do the challenge, man. Just write it down. I will not receive $100. I go to sleep and picture someone giving you $100 and see what happens. Right? Don't leave this, with just a conversation, because it wasn't. There was lots of jewels and tools in here for you that I want to share, so you could use them, so you can have your own experience. Because it's all about you. And you're here to help humanity and do good for humanity. Whatever skill you possess is for the betterment of us all. And I thank you all for it.
Yes, sir. My brother, you have a great night. I call you tomorrow and we're going to build.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. Peace. Leave those comments, y'all. All right. Salute to the Rec Mob. Thank you again. Leave those comments in the regular section. The live is about to rebroadcast now. So, leave comments about the show. And once again, we gone. I see my brother in the chat room. Produced by AdWords. Salute, Scott. I see you. Indigo, Kai, 11. I see you. All right. We off this. Larry Green, I see you. Gina Rose, I got something special for you on that episode 2. All right. Peace, y'all. SJ, thank you once again, Queen. China Black, my whole team. Y'all already know. I'm off this, y'all. Peace. M.Reck TV.